Welcome to Sci-Five, the show where we talk about 5 scientific and technological innovations that happened this week. I'm Chris Shea-Kurrick, and this week we'll be talking about sleeping trees and new places for artificial intelligence in physics research. Researchers at the University of Oxford have made significant strides this week in their physical understanding of spiderweb silk. The new study takes a look at what gives spiderwebs its ability to constrict and expand without losing any structural integrity or becoming tangled. Their new creation is called liquid wire and functions much in the same sense, allowing the string to compress and contract along the droplet of water, acting as a spool. This new creation could prove useful for the fields of material sciences, engineering, and medicine. A new finding suggests that multicellular life forms may have existed a billion years before previously predicted. Life first arose as unicellular, but as time progressed, those unicellular creatures worked together to create multicellular organisms in colonies of clones. Fossils in Hebei, the Yanshan region of China, have been found to be far older than previously expected. 167 usable specimens were discovered, as well as 30% of them being in near perfect condition. This new finding may completely rewrite the history books in terms of evolutionary science. Harvard's Institute for Biologically Inspired Engineering have created a 3D printer that no longer requires printing its own support structures. This new process extrudes superheated silver nanoparticles and instantly cools them, allowing them to be constructed without any prior structures below them. The printer head nozzle is capable of moving in all directions and is precise enough to create wires with width less than that of a human hair. This process is relatively cheap and adaptable enough to be used in a wide range of fields, revolutionizing 3D printing in general. A new joint study between Australia and Finland, 2 unlikely partners, have found that there are signs that trees may require sleep. It appears that waking hours take their metabolic toll on almost all forms of life. The study used lasers to determine the amount of droop that plant leaves and branches had during the nighttime, and it was found that almost 10 centimeters of change occurred. As the sun rises the next day, those plants regain those centimeters when energy is returned to the system. The study also finds that it doesn't just apply to trees, but smaller plants as well. Another possibility is that the water weight in the leaves made the plant slump during the nighttime, and with the return of energy, allowed it to rise. During this phase, metabolic functions are rejuvenated and waste is disposed of more so than during the daytime, suggesting something very similar to what we would call sleep. In a new study of Bose-Einstein condensate, scientists allowed artificial intelligence to take the wheel on how the experiment was conducted. Bose-Einstein condensate is the coldest form of matter and exists in extreme circumstances at a billionth of a degree next to absolute zero. Due to the need to maintain these extremely low temperatures, scientists have an extraordinarily hard time studying this form of matter. By integrating the artificial intelligence, scientists no longer had to maintain the circumstances required to keep it in that state, making the experimentation study far easier and less strenuous. Through this advancement, scientists have been able to maintain this form of matter far longer and able to study it far easier. That's all for this week, and we'll see you next time on Sci-Five.
Yeah, it's just as you assuming it's nothing but these humans would like to blame mythology for everything they're doing. They pray for non-existent gods to clean up the mess, but never take responsibility, just claim it's a test. See, that religion you've been given is shit and it's all poison. It's partially the reason we bleed and it's all poison. Your worldview is poison, your outlook is poison. Denied all you want, but the truth is it's all poison.